Welcome back, Fayettes and Fantasy Fiends, to the start of the Fire Metal series, Book 1, Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. You're listening to Book for Two. I'm Scott.
And I'm Genevieve. If you're new here, welcome to our brand of chaos.
We bring the male and female perspectives, the wild theories, the heated debates, and of course,
the couples banter you never knew you needed, but now you can't escape.
She likes her books loaded with spice, betrayal, and enough brooding fae males to make a Shadow Daddy pinup calendar.
And he likes his with apocalyptic stakes, cinematic fight scenes, and character trauma that hits harder than a Marvel post-credit scene.
Every week, we deep dive into the books that wreck your soul and make you cancel plans. And right now, we're ripping through the entire Fire and Metal series by Rachel Schneider. And we know there's only one book out, but Book 2 will be out in May 2026.
Ooh, once a month, we shake things up with a standalone book review. So if you love unhinged theories, emotional damage, and two readers yelling about their fictional obsessions, you're in the right place.
All right, a few quick updates for everyone. We will be teaming up with the crew from Fantastic Podcast for a special episode.
We will be fan casting Quicksilver, talking about the audiobook and finding out whether Scott finished it or truly rage quit.
That one's recording September 21st, so stay tuned for when it drops.
And hey, don't forget book club. Our next meetup is Monday, September 15th, and we're reading The Floating World by Axie O.
It's got that Final Fantasy meets Studio Ghibli feel, and I'm totally into it so far.
If you're local, come hang out at Salt and Story Bookstore in Niceville. If you're not, no worries. We'll have it streaming live in Discord.
Links are in the socials, or email us at bookfor2podcast@gmail if you want in.
Oh, and while we're talking about ways to track your reads, have you heard of Storygraph yet?
It's basically Goodreads if Goodreads divorced Amazon, went to therapy, and leveled up.
All right, so you can tag your books however you want. You can make curated lists, track your DNF pile, even use half and quarter stars so you don't have to round up your 3.75 out of pity.
And the wild part, you can pick books by mood. Adventurous, funny, fast-paced, or dark, slow, and emotional. Mix and match.
Plus, it has built-in content warnings, so you can dodge those surprise eyeball gouging chapters before you're too far in.
You can even read with friends, drop live reactions at certain points without spoiling anything. And if you don't have reading buddies, the app will literally suggest some for you.
It's basically your new bookish bestie. My handle on there is Booked with Genevieve. Come hang out.
All right, so what book are you going to do a read-along or buddy read first?
I am reading For Whom the Bell Tolls by J.C. Lynn. I'm already 20% in. I started it yesterday. Shout out for Kat. This is an awesome book. Come hang out. What about you? What are you going to do on Storygraph first?
Well, I'm currently balls deep in the Played a Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. Just started Gleam, and I think everyone is waiting for me to catch up to book 4, which is Glow. So Glow will be my first Storygraph book. And don't forget, listeners, we are doing Metal Slinger on Storygraph. Links are in our socials and Discord.
And good news, everybody. We're bringing you more content, and not just in our heads this time.
I'm sure you've heard our new segment called Booked with just one of us or both, diving into a random bookish topic or chatting about what we're reading outside Throne of Glass or Metal Slinger.
Basically, more of us being us. Whether it's hyping up indie authors, deep diving into tropes like forced proximity, or just unpacking the mess that is BookTok. This is your behind-the-scenes brain dump.
So be on the lookout. You never know when an episode might pop up. And in other news, we do have a ton of merch available on our website, bookfor2.com.
We're talking t-shirts.
Treat yourself.
Mugs.
Treat yourself.
Notebooks.
Treat yourself.
And even vanity plates.
Treat yourself. More designs are coming, so be on the lookout.
Huge thanks to everyone who supported us already. You're the reason we get to keep spiraling on mic. Okay, before we hit play on the trauma, quick warning. This episode probably contains spoilers. It does. Consider this your official spoiler shield.
Lastly, a heads up, this is an adult content show. We swear like we're on an episode of The Sopranos. Talk about murder like it's a kink, and when the spice hits, let's just say we don't fade the black. You've been warned, and you're very welcome. All right, real quick before we dive into the drama, it is our shameless plug time. Sub, review, follow us on socials, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, do all the algorithm things. We love our bookish community. So if you know anyone at all who loves books and would fit in with our vibes, send them our info.
If you're not already following us on socials, now's the time. There's sneak peeks, unfiltered commentary, and the occasional random live. Our Thursday night TikTok live happens every week at 7:30 p.m. Central. And the rest is total wildcard energy. Sometimes we deep dive. Sometimes Scott gets bullied into reading the spicy bits. Either way, it's a good time. Come hang out.
And get your ass in our Discord. If you've ever screamed about a plot twist at 2 a.m. and wanted someone to scream back, we've got you. The Bookish crew is growing fast and it's unhinged in the best way. Link is in the show notes and socials. Come yell with us.
Also, if you're hunting for book recs, check out our current favorites on Amazon. We've got a running list linked in our link tree. Yes, we know we're enabling your TBR pile. You're welcome.
Last but not least, check out the merch. We've got stickers, t-shirts, and more up at bookfor2.com. Get your dark hallmark on.
All right. Spoiler warning's been dropped. The tea is hot and the chaos is ready.
And now we are very excited to dive into the beginning of Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider.
Let's turn the page. Fun's begun in Chapter 1.
Forbidden Steps, Forbidden Bonds.
Welcome to Chapter 1, where sea kids finally touch grass and immediately break all the rules.
So right away, we are in a first-person point of view. And the narrator is a female. She's talking to two guys, Kai and Messer. And they're trying to join something, but they can't go alone. Now, both these guys have blonde hair. And we know from our narrator that she has copper hair, which she says is a mistake. So we'll talk on that later. Now, the beginning gets you hooked very fast, and you can tell that whatever they're planning matters. And it's very well done by the author. Then we find out what they're talking about. Some solid world info drops early on.
So here's the setup. Our narrator and her friends are from Alaha, a people who got booted off the land, literally, over a century ago. Think permanent sea exile. Very Moana if Moana had serious trauma. Once a year, though, they get shore leave for the market, and it's not a free-for-all. Only two groups are allowed, the guards who keep trade running smoothly and the graduating guard trainees. And that's where our trio comes in. This year, there are 56 trainees, but only a lucky handful will be chosen as full guards to come back every year. And right on cue, we get mean girl name drop, Aurora. And let me tell you, Kai and our narrator can't seem to stand her.
Now, this is all their first time seeing land.
That's insane.
It is. And the land dwellers are called the Kenta. They wear very bright colors and are very beautiful people. Think Ibiza, Spain.
Okay.
But don't let that fool you, because these Kenta people can be very vicious, just like the giant squid. Now, these giant squids will be important later. That's my guess. However, it's possible her parents might have been killed by one. At least that's what the Alaha people have told her. And then we get a small lore drop. The Alaha are taught that the Kenta and 3 other territories banished them after a brutal war. Then we get a little info about Kai. He's a year older than the other two, Messer and the narrator. So they must be very close if he decided not to graduate and stay behind with them.
All right. Now enter Gramble. Basically, he's the cruise director from hell. He has rules. Never more than 4, never less than 2. Here's 4 coppers. Don't spend it all in one place. Treat yourself. He also kicks things off with the Alaha rallying cry, which is to be Alaha, which everyone sounds back, which sounds like the nautical version of go team. Meanwhile, weapons are banned in the city, which means everybody is shopping under maximum tension. And Kai, he's not just a buddy. He's next in line to rule the entire Alaha after his father, Captain Ren.
We get a little lore drop. Kenta is the only nation that deals with the Alaha. The other 3, and I'm going to butcher these names, Mael, Strau, and Roizen. The first 2 don't deal with Alaha at all. Well, Roizen is kind of an ally, but still has to go through Kenta. The Alaha people eat nothing but fish, so shopping in the market, buying pastries and other food is a huge deal to them. And then we learn a little bit more about the Alaha culture from a dance happening in the Kenta Square. There's supposed to be no intimate contact of any kind until what is called the matching ceremony. But during this dance, Kai asks Brynn to dance with him.
Ooh. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about this matching ceremony a little bit. The Alaha basically sign their lives away with this thing called the match bond. They graduate school at 12, pledge abstinence until they're married off 6 years later to someone they may or may not love. Nothing says romance like state-mandated celibacy. And if you think sneaking around is an option, oh no, break the rules and you get the brig. Or worse, banishment by rowing your ass into oblivion. So when Kai and Brynn dance, it's already a big deal. But then Kai takes it nuclear and basically proposes marriage. And Brynn, well, she doesn't swoon, she bolts. She full on panic sprinted away from him by herself. All right, well, that's a hell of a way to start a book.
Yeah, I'd say the big takeaway from this chapter is the whole fucking chapter, because it is the first chapter.
It's the first chapter
of a series, too.
And we're meeting all of the, well, we assume are some main characters. We can't assume anything. We've met Dylan.
Met Dylan. Dylan would have been dead already if he was in this.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, Dylan.
Yeah, no one's died yet. So anyway, because it's the first series, it's a long time since we've had to do this. So bear with us. We're learning an entire new world here. Now, the world to me and I've seen this in Goodreads and stuff, as well as other people have mentioned it too, that the world kind of feels like Waterworld meets Mad Max.
It very much does. That's how I'm picturing it in my head.
Yeah, because when they talk about they haven't been on land yearly and only a certain group can go on land, that either questions me one of two things, because they have been banished. They've been banished to a place that, obviously has no land, or there's not a lot of land in the world. So once you're banished, you're screwed. And that's the only piece of land you can go on.
Oof.
And maybe it's
the only land. Oh.
And the other 4 nations, control that land probably. That's my guess.
I think there's some couple tinfoil hat things that we could actually pick out in this chapter too. She specifically pointed out her copper hair and said she was the only one. Like that was not the color of the Alaha people's hair, right?
Correct.
Right? She's not Alaha. That was the clear and pointed.
My guess is then, are all the nations, do they have different hair color? Just like in Game of Thrones where families had hair color. So you had the Baratheons that were brown hair. Then you had the Targaryens that had white hair, and then blonde hair with asshole family.
Okay, that's interesting.
So then my question would be, if she has copper hair, and if that is the case, wouldn't people know where she came from? Wouldn't they be like, oh, copper hair, you come from male, or you come from Strow? You know what I'm saying? So if that is the case, does she come from somewhere special? But then wouldn't they treat her special if she had copper hair? So I'm just wondering.
I feel like she would know where she was from and wouldn't think that she was from here, even though she doesn't think she's not Alaha. She just has weird colored hair. So she's like, essentially she's like an albino, but copper hair.
Okay.
Right? Maybe? I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah.
which direction the hair is going to play. If it's going to be like representation of her people, representation of his power. And there's going to be something special with her hair, obviously, or else it wouldn't have been mentioned by the author. So obviously we don't know. That's why it's called tinfoil hat.
Yeah. Well, so since we've talked about Brynn, let's touch real quick on her best friends, Messer and Kai.
Okay.
So Kai, we've talked about, he's in line to rule Alaha. He's the leader of the group, it seems, and he's obviously in love with Brynn.
Yes.
He seems structured, kind of sure of himself, and I think you've already given him a nickname, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, it's an obvious nickname, Kai, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
We're gonna, from this on forward, if you hear Cobra or Cobra Kai, it's Kai.
We're talking about Cobra. I love it. All right. And then her other bestie, Messer.
Yep. He's apparently gorgeous. All the women love him. Giant flirt. And he is definitely one to break the prude rules, I should say.
Oh, yeah. He seems like he'd be the one to know all the places to go.
Yeah.
All of the makeout spots.
All right. Then we have Aurora, who seems to be friends with Messer, but not the other two. Kai and Brynn don't seem to like her. We don't know why yet, but they kind of tolerate her.
Yeah. And then we got one more name thrown in there, Gramble, the captain of the cruise ship. He's in charge of, I think, the recruits. So he's in charge of all of the people, the recruits, the 56 recruits on the boat.
Yes.
All right.
Then we get a trope call out.
Yeah.
So breaking the rules, dancing together in public, breaking rule boundaries. So the whole no touching.
No intimate contact of any kind.
Until the matching ceremony. So that poses the question, do you think this is population control because of where they live?
I think so.
Because my guess would be if there's not enough land, there's probably not enough room for people. So I would have to assume this would be a way to control population. So you're not having teenage pregnancies, unwanted pregnancies until they're married.
It actually says in the book it was originally put in place to control breeding between bloodlines too closely related. But now they're practicing it to slow the tide of underpopulation.
That's right. Underpopulation. I knew it was a population control thing.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is population control, but
Well, I mean, that makes sense if you're not getting nutritional value. And now, I mean, you can only go on land once a year to get provisions and you only live off fish. So you're not getting the correct nutrition. So, of course, your numbers are going to decline.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a good chapter 1. It's a good start. So I do have a feeling this is going to be a slow burn. Oh, wait.
I want to know why they were ostracized from the land over a century ago.
There was a brutal war.
Yeah. But over what?
I mean, it's a good question. I don't know if the war is over, but
maybe squids.
All right, you ready to turn the page?
I am. Let's go.
Trouble's new in chapter 2.
Wall of secrets, blade of lies.
Diving right into shiny distractions and shady strangers. Let's go into chapter 2.
We're deep in the market now, weaving through stalls meant for the locals. Brynn's doing the whole art kid moment, admiring stoneware and comparing it to her own work when she notices him. The first time, a quarter mile back, he'd frozen mid-conversation when they'd locked eyes, and now he's trailing her. Creepy much? But of course, we need the checklist. Checklist. Dark hair.
Check.
Dark eyes.
Check.
Gold nose ring.
That's a thing for you guys. Check.
Lips that should probably come with a warning label.
Double check.
Yeah.
So she starts trying to lose the dude, creeping her out. No backup around, definitely following her. And of course, because the universe hates her, there's not a single other Alaha in sight. They lock eyes again. He smiles. Bro, if you're going to stalk someone, maybe don't grin like a pirate looking for booty. She ducks into a random bender stall, tries to disappear into the crowd, and finally spots some familiar faces. Alaha guards plus Messer, Kai, and, unfortunately, Aurora. The hot dudes vanished, probably wanting to jump scare her again later. Naturally, though, she makes her way towards something shiny like Tamatoa from Moana.
Shiny!
Yeah.
But they're way too expensive, and she turns to move away. And as she turns to move away, a hand slaps down over hers, pinning her in place and accusing her of theft. Brynn's like, excuse me? She denies it immediately, but he flips her hand over and boom, there's a stone in her palm. And her defense? He planted it, but she's not backing down. Then he starts listing punishments like some knockoff Judge Judy, trying to rattle her into confessing to something she and he both know that she didn't do.
They drag her to the giant wall, like the wall, and tell her to slap her palm on it. Huge deal. This would be the first time that she's ever touched land. No pressure. Instead, Brynn did the most Alaha thing ever, takes a breath and stomps the hell out of the soldier's foot. Unfortunately, her big escape lands her in the arms and blade of Mr. Sinister.
Ooh.
She starts scanning the crowd for Kai like, hello, my future maybe husband. You want to jump in anytime now?
The soldier commands her again. Hand on the wall. Knife at her throat. And she still refuses. She even has the audacity to ask why. They both know she didn't steal anything. But he's not here to chat. He actually grabs her hand and slams it on the wall. And holy hell, pain rips through her whole body. Searing, gutting, gone in a flash. And her scream dies in her throat. She's on her knees, both hands still attached somehow. And she's like, what the actual hell just happened? She looks up and the soldier's face is just as shocked as hers.
And then finally, Kai shows up. Let her go.
Finally.
But the soldier just standing there like he saw a ghost with a knife. There's awe, there's confusion, and then he mutters, you have no power here. Like some twisted Gandalf reject. Power? What power?
Power.
We got questions. But Kai keeps repeating it. Let her go. Then she's not yours.
Interesting choice of words. And Messer decides to live up by his name by making a messer. Perfect distraction. Brynn seizes the moment and swipes one of the soldier's own blades and carves his heel open. Savage. As she's about to bolt, he actually looks desperate, pleading with her not to run. And then he flips right back into commander mode, ordering the other soldier, stop her, don't let her leave the dock. So, of course, she runs. Messer and Kai hustle her toward the ship in a not-so-graceful hobble. And, of course, Gramble sees them. Oh, great. Fantastic. Now the adults know somebody screwed up.
And because the chaos meter isn't maxed out yet, Aurora's missing. Fantastic. Kenta guards are gaining fast, and then explosion! And everyone hits the deck like a fucking boss fight. The market is in absolute destruction. Gramble yells to embark. Soldiers are back on their feet. Messer starts to turn back for Aurora, but nope. There she is, strolling out of the corners like she just finished a casual light arson. Girl thought they could use a head start.
Sure enough, the market is collapsing in on itself as they shove off from the dock. Aurora didn't just toss a spark. She nuked the middle of the market, about 2 ships worth of destruction. Hundreds of people are in the water, flailing, screaming. And just like that, poof, there goes a century of fragile peace. And there's no universe where the Kenta don't retaliate for this. And then Brynn realizes her hand is still clenched tight around the soldier's blade.
All right. One of the biggest takeaways of this chapter is power. Her power that she felt when she touched the wall. What do you think about that?
I don't know. That was weird. Was it electricity? Was it because this was her first time touching land?
Did she mention that this was painful?
Yeah.
And then he said, you have no power here, correct?
That was to Kai.
Okay, that was
afterwards.
Kai. Oh, because of who his daddy is.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you have no power here.
So obviously walls have metal in them.
Uh-huh.
Do you think touching the land is a negative thing? Like it's against her? Or do you think it's...
I mean, it sounds like it attacked her. So maybe they're not allowed on land. Maybe that's why they don't touch land. Maybe it's physically painful for them.
Yeah, but it seemed like Sexy Eyes was surprised too.
Yeah, no, that's true. He was surprised. So
it's got to be something to do with her, obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And then she takes Broody Eye's dagger, slices him up a little bit.
Yep.
So that's going to come back later, obviously.
For
she
sure.
Kept it.
Yeah, she has it still. So, and she's not supposed to, right?
Yeah. So I'm a little confused. Who was the one who tried to lie about her stealing? Was it Sexy Eyes or was it somebody else?
It's Sexy Eyes.
It was Sexy Eyes.
Yeah.
So why?
I have no idea. I don't know why he was following her. That's what my pick was. Like, why was he following her?
Because it was as soon as he noticed her, right? Then he was like, and stop what I'm doing, squirrel, go get her, right?
Yeah, he like stopped mid-conversation and then starts following her and then accuses her of stealing when she knows that he knows that she wasn't stealing.
Yeah, last I checked, that's not how you pick up a woman.
No, that's not.
Like if he felt a connection, like maybe talk to her and be like, hey, did you feel the same thing?
This is not how you pick up women.
No.
Broody eyes. All right, so probably the MMC. Is that what we're thinking?
The way she described him, yes. I'm
Yeah.
going to go with this is probably going to be our dark MMC guy. And unfortunately, poor Kai guy or Cobra Kai is going to be our Tamlin.
Oh, no.
He's going to be the rich guy from New York City.
Oh,
Unfortunate.
dark Hallmark moment.
All right. Well, let's get to the picks. So one of them we have already hit for you.
Mm-hmm. But you, what was your favorite part of this?
Oh, it was Aurora blowing shit up.
Why is that?
Well, she saved everybody.
Yeah.
Without her blowing that up, then without that distraction, they probably would have got caught.
Are you just imagining her like doing that super awesome villain walk out of the market?
Not the villain walk, it's the hero walk where like they're walking away from shit blowing up and they're only like 20 feet away. But for some reason, the impact of the explosion is not affecting them in any way except for everything else around them. But they're walking slow motion like a fucking pimp.
Yep.
Thanks, Michael Bay, for all the bullshit that you've been giving us.
That's not how it would happen.
No, that's hell no.
Oh, that's funny. I love that part
No,
too.
but you speak of villains, though, the best blow up villain part ever that's like that is definitely Heath Ledger, the Joker in Dark Knight Rises when he blows up the hospital and he's hitting a little button, and it doesn't go off and he turns around and it goes up. And that was a legit reaction, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when he hit the button, the people that set off the pyrotechnics didn't set it off in time. So that's why he was hitting the button like that. So that was just made like he
Just
was legit
on the spot. Yeah.
Yeah, he was legit. Why the fuck isn't this working for real? And then it blew up. So that reaction was real and they kept it. It was so good.
It's fabulous. It's a natural reaction.
Well, it's something the Joker would do too. He'd be like, what the hell? And then it would blow up and he'd like, okay, whatever. It was super cool. But yeah, that's how I kind of see Aurora as like the Joker.
I like
Like,
it.
causing
She
chaos.
definitely seems to have that.
She is a chaos gremlin
I love it.
for sure.
All right. Well,
Now we did get a new character, which is the dark-eyed, sexy MMC soldier.
Mhm.
So we're just
quite the
doing
description.
we're doing our character call-outs whenever we meet a new character. So I don't know if you guys have noticed the way we've changed things at the bottom. We're trying to kind of give you guys a little bit of a cleaner.
A streamline.
Yeah,
It a
so
little
we're
bit.
doing like takeaways, info hat section, quotes. So we find a good quote that we like, Jen and Scott's pick, spicy moment, things like that we find in the chapters that we can kind of call out and have fun with.
I love it. So our character call out was the dark-eyed soldier. So
Yeah.
clearly the MMC. Yeah.
Or broody eyes.
Broody eyes.
All right, you ready to turn the page?
I am. Let's go. Secrets to See in Chapter 3.
Daggers, drama, and dank Thanksgiving farts.
Hammocks, hazing, and heirloom knives take center stage. Let's get into Chapter 3.
Well, shit, we're back on the boat and they are fucked. It's awkward on board, like farting in front of your boyfriend for the first time, but it's at his family's Thanksgiving dinner and everyone's going around saying what they're thankful for. You know, turkey farts. I've been there.
Oh, gross.
Their quarters on the boat. Think lowest enlisted bunk on a World War II destroyer. Hammocks packed in tight like sardines, and everyone blames Brynn, especially this guy, Paul, and his crew, who decide to haze her with a little prank. They seem sweet.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, Brynn's distracted. She's got her eyes glued to the dagger that she swiped off of Mr. Tall, Dark, and Sinister. It's marked with the letter J, probably his initial. And when she's holding it, she feels this jolt of pain that sure as hell feels like magic or maybe arousal. Either way, it's tingly. This dagger isn't just a weapon. It's practically screaming, heirloom, family heirloom. It's a black blade. It's got a hairline crack running up the spine. And she can't stop obsessing over it. How do we know? Well, because she keeps sketching in her notebook over and over, like 5 times in the notebook. This is a crush.
I think it's a little more than a crush at this point.
Yeah.
Now, Kai always plays her white knight, which sounds nice until it makes things worse for her. So she asked him to dial it back this time around. Now, she did run off, sure, but Broody Eyes still got her in trouble for no reason. What the hell was that all about? At least Kai believes she didn't steal anything, which is a small win.
We also get a little backstory on Brynn versus Aurora. It turns out that being the only 2 girls in the training basically forced them into constant competition.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that tracks. Messer's the only reason things didn't escalate into a blood feud, because he keeps the peace. Speaking of Messer, the horn dog.
Yeah.
After Aurora and Brynn successfully cockblock him, exile rules be damned, he drops the gossip bomb. Aurora's not just a brat. She believes the Alaha should push back against the Kenta. full on challenge the agreement. And Messer thinks the whole market explosion may have been Aurora's opening statement. Meanwhile, Brynn's over here stressing for good reason. In her lifetime, only 3 people have been exiled. And they were all for pretty petty little crimes. So compared to breaking the sacred trade treaty, things aren't looking really good. They're looking pretty bleak.
Yeah, I'd say so. Now, back on the boat, she mentioned that everyone seems to blame her for everything. Kai usually makes it worse. And I think that's because she's different. She's got the copper hair. So she seems like an outsider already. Plus, she's the favorite of Captain Ren's son, and who's always fighting her battles. Now, with that being said, do you think that has made her train even harder?
I would imagine so, because she's feeling like she constantly has to prove herself. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with female lawyers and any other female in a male-dominated industry. They train harder. They push themselves, it seems, because they have to prove themselves. So I would imagine, yes.
Well, not only that, but also myself working in a extreme male-dominated space in the maintenance career field in the Air Force. We saw this too. Like whenever there was a few females that were crew chiefs, it was rare they become friends until they realize, hey, we're pitting each other against these guys. They would vie for attention and stuff like that. I mean, it's different with Aurora and Brynn because they're just trying to see who's the best and outperform the guys and outperform each other. But in reality, this whole time, if they probably would have been working together, they probably would have kicked all the guys' asses.
Exactly.
I like how they kind of put this in here. Rachel Schneider's showing like, hey, we don't need to be against each other. If we work together, ladies, we can fucking dominate.
If we work together.
Yeah.
Stop letting them pit us against each other.
This is a big takeaway / tinfoil hat. We can have a little fun with this. What do you think the J on the dagger means?
I mean, I assume that our MMC's name starts with the letter J.
And if you were to guess?
Jareth.
Jareth.
I have no
From Labyrinth?
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's because of the tight pants that Jareth wears, with the...
Oh.
Yeah, that's why we all watch Labyrinth nowadays, right? Is that why you girls watch Labyrinth nowadays? You're like, well, David Bowie was packing.
I mean, he was packing, but that's besides the point.
That was such a children's... It's like, this is supposed to be for 5-6-year-olds.
He's like OG Shadow Daddy?
Yeah.
Wait, he's morally gray.
Oh, God, yeah. Jareth is morally gray for sure.
Oh, I just now thought about that. Okay.
Think about this for a second. Look at all the movies we grew up with. Legend, Labyrinth, Dark Crystal. A lot of morally gray, kind of shadow daddy-ish people that were sexy, just like David Bowie.
And they're trying to say that this whole genre is new. Give me a break.
All right. Now we do get a character call out. We meet an asshole named Paul.
Yeah.
Who is a big guy, probably most likely skilled. Sounds like the bully of the guards of Alaha or whatever, the recruits.
So do you think he's going to kind of be like the Jack Barlow of this story?
I think he's going to be a jerk. It's too early for me to tell if the author is going to use Paul as like a big villain.
Or if this was just kind of like a little prank to show that Kai keeps stepping in.
No, I think Paul's still going to be an asshole. Like, he's still going to be a jerk to her while we're on Alaha and try to mess with her a little bit. But I don't think he's going to be like big villain type like Jack Barlow is.
Okay. All right. Well, I believe your pick had something to do with Paul. Is that correct?
Yes. So Messer, who I'm now calling Messy because that dude's a fucking mess and I love him, who reminds me of Riddick.
Okay.
He pranked Paul back and I love the way he did it because he was so proud of it. He was so proud of the way he got Paul back. It was sweet with the little creatures.
How do you think he got all of those cockroaches?
Didn't he say that he just gathered them up?
Yeah. Like, how do you just gather up cockroaches like that?
That's why this dude's a mess.
Fair.
He's going to be my favorite. Let's be honest.
Messy's
going to be my favorite.
Oh, gosh. All right. So Messer's going to be your favorite.
And then you, arousal or magic when touching the blade? Is that what you're talking about?
With the blade. Yeah, it had kind of a weird pulse. I don't know if it was pain or magic, but she was confused by it. So I'm intrigued. So that's kind of my pick and kind of a tinfoil hat.
What could that be? She is a virgin. Could have been her first orgasm.
I mean, okay, it could have been that.
She was drawing that sucker 5 fucking times, though. I mean, she was drawing that blade hard.
I wonder, that's like a ADHD obsession hyperfocus. Like, I'm going to hyperfocus on drawing this thing 3,000 times.
Is that hyperfocus or is that stalker?
But it's a knife.
That she drew 5 times because she's obsessed with that guy.
Is she obsessed with the guy or the knife?
The guy.
But she's drawing the guy. She's drawing the knife, right?
Yeah, she's drawing the knife.
Okay.
Because of the guy.
Oh. This is just her connection to the guy? Okay.
That's just my guess.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. You ready to turn the page?
I am. Let's go.
Truth pours in chapter 4.
Shackles and Secret.
Welcome to Chapter 4, where homecoming turns into handcuffs real fast.
Ooh, that sounds kind of saucy. Anyways, as they're sailing back home, we finally get a look at Alaha City. And it sounds gorgeous. Their whole world is strung between massive tree trunks, some as wide as ships. These trunks are the bones of their floating island. So there's no real land. It's just roots and branches holding up their entire civilization. It's kind of the description that makes you want fan art immediately. And
so there is fan art out there. You want to see what the Alaha City looks like.
it actually looks pretty cool. It's even more intricate than I was imagining in my head. So it looks really cool. All right. They've been gone 6 weeks. So there's a full welcome crew on the docks when they get back. Everyone on the ship is told to rest up and clean up. There's going to be a big party tonight. Well, everyone except Brynn, Kai, Messer, and Aurora, of course. They're pulled straight into Captain Wren's office. And then, boom, Aurora gets shackled on sight.
Uh-oh.
Brynn's heart nearly fell out of her chest when the captain called for her, quote unquote, to be in shackles. So she thought she was about to get shackled. That was a little freak out there for her.
Kai immediately wants to know what's going on, but his father shuts him down real quick. He's the one asking the questions here. Right after that, Cobra Kai's mom swoops in, smothers him with motherly affection, and gives Messy and Brynn those gentle shoulder squeeze like, hang in there, sweeties. Then one by one, they each tell the captain what went down. Brynn starts, then Kai, then Messy, each confirming that, yeah, their acts of violence were in self-defense. I mean, come on, any other answer, and it's straight exile.
Like, come on. Then the captain drops the real question. Why the hell was Brynn alone? The rule is clear. Minimum 2, maximum 4. And oh boy, the truth comes out. Kai had asked Brynn to marry him, and she head straight panicked, which is already spicy enough. But then Wren casually reveals Aurora's arrest isn't just for fireworks in the market. They suspect she's part of a growing rebellion in Alaha. Yep. A movement that wants to smash the peace treaty entirely.
Uh-oh.
And if that wasn't enough, the surprise bombshell number 2 is that the Kenta are still willing to honor the treaty if the Alaha hand over Aurora and Brynn.
Hell no, we ain't doing that. And Kai agrees because he starts to lose it. Dude just found out that his maybe fiance is on the Kenta's hit list, but the captain cuts him off again. Says he's already told the Kenta no because of the betrothal. So now they've got a small window to investigate their own people before this peace treaty burns to ash. Oh, and no more yearly market.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be 2 years now. So I hope everyone's cool with a steady diet of saltfish and desperation. But first, we got a wedding to plan. You know, or get exiled and die. No pressure.
Oh, gosh. Well.
Now, we meet Daddy, Captain Wren, so character call out. He is King's daddy, or as I will call him, King Cobra. But he seems to be a fair guy.
Yeah, not a bad leader.
Mom seems cool.
She seems a little helicoptery. Why didn't you message me every day? Why didn't you take up all of the birds and let me know?
Wouldn't you be worried if you're sending your babies out, especially the second, like the one who's in line?
Well, then don't send him. If you're going to just stress out about it, lady, don't send him.
Oh, you know, Daddy Dearest was like, he's got to be a man.
Well, he's going to be in charge. Yeah.
Do it
so,
anyway.
Yeah.
But
come
she's
on,
still
Mom.
a mom. Let her be a mom. And she seems, again, she seems nice because, again, that shows the close-knit group a lot more as the mother. That shows how close they are because she comes in, she grabs Messy, she grabs Brynn by the shoulders. And so that's how close all of them are. So now we understand why Kai fell back a year on purpose.
Yep. To hang out with his friends, essentially.
Not just Brynn, but also Messy.
Yes.
That was kind.
Yeah.
Now, tinfoil hat.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Kai's parents are disappointed in him choosing her? Because that's what she thinks.
I would say yes and no.
Okay.
I think based on Dad's reaction that he is happy because his son's happy. And it's rare, from what they said, that they get to marry for love, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
However, I do think Captain Wren might see a little bit of favoritism where he's like, I'm letting my son do this. And also, I think he loves Brynn. He likes Brynn, but he probably understands who Brynn is. And, well, we all know Brynn's not ready for marriage. And I think Captain Wren understands that.
Okay.
That's my guess because he seems like a very smart
guy. Okay. You don't think that they would want some kind of marriage because their marriages were supposed to be like negotiations.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they want their son to marry from one of the other places potentially to strengthen alliances? Like, I don't know.
I think, again, we don't know too much about the Alaha people, but based on where they live, I think they're a lot more communal. And I think the whole marriage for convenience thing is not really much for someone like Kai, who is going to be the leader regardless. So he can kind of marry whoever he wants because he doesn't need anything from Brynn, which is what he said because Brynn doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
but he doesn't need anything. And I don't think Captain Wren is the type of guy that's like, oh, we need another rich person to shore up our stuff. I think he really cares about the Alaha people. And I think he's just questioning Kai's decision because he gets to choose.
Okay.
And he's choosing for love.
Okay. I like that. And your pick was even about the Alaha people, right?
Yeah. They seem to be good people. I mean, again, we just meet the mom and the captain and Dupree, which we'll talk about here in a second. But they don't seem bad people. Even the teacher, his name? Gramble seemed like a good guy. He was just trying to make sure all the recruits were good to go.
Yeah.
But a good society is based off its leader. If you look at like Finland, Scandinavian countries, that people are happy, that people are thriving because they have great leaders. And if Captain Wren is a great leader, I would say the Alaha, even though their situation is shit, thanks to the Kenta, is probably living a decent life.
Okay. All right. I mean, they all met them there. They're having a big old party for their return and all that good stuff. So yeah, I can get behind that. My one question about that is, though, it sounds like there's something with Messer's father because his dad threatened Messer. It was an ominous sounding threat. It started back when he said, hey, nothing that is in this room. Captain Wren said, nothing in this room leaves this room. Nothing I say here leaves this room. And he said, I don't need to remind you that everything we've discussed stays here. I'd hate to have to tell your father, he said to Messer. And the sentence is, it's as much a threat to us as it is to Messer, as he knows the lengths we go to in order to protect our friend.
Oh, sounds like Messer's daddy might be an abusive piece of shit.
Yeah, that's what that sounds like.
And
so
it sounds like Messi is the way he is because of that. So he acts out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my pick. It was just that was a weird sounding threat. Like, hey.
Yeah, it sounds like his dad's a real piece of and that they protect him. So yeah, this chapter really shows you how close this group is.
Yeah, I really think so. All right, we got one more character call out, right? This is Dupree.
Yes.
I'm going to call him Derpy because for some reason, every time I tried to type his name, it was Derpy. So that's it now. He's the commander of the guard, the captain's right hand. And according to Brynn, he is the most intimidating man alive. He is too large for doors and has to duck and turn slightly to fit between door jams. So what is it, the mountain?
I just realized that's a trope just now.
What is?
Well, now that I'm reading the Play to Prisoner series, because Osric is also a giant freaking dude. Lorcan is a giant freaking dude who doesn't take shit.
And they're always the
second
right
in
hand.
command. Yes. They're always the right hand man.
And they're always just big old teddy bears.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
I'm telling you.
That was a good notice.
It's just like Disney cartoons. You always have like the grandma is always the crazy, kooky, lovable grandma, right?
Yep.
So everything has tropes. I'm not mad at this trope. I like a good, ginormous, cuddly bear dude. That's why I'm still sad about Digby. I'm just starting Gleam, so I'm hoping he shows back up. We find out what happens to him. I'm guessing we will eventually. But, I like those guys.
Yeah.
They're sweet. We need one. Oh, one more big takeaway from this chapter. Because of what happened at the market, now they are stuck going every 2 years unless they give up Brynn. So if you were Captain Wren, what would you do? What would you do as Genevieve, not Captain Wren, Genevieve, if you were in his position? You have your people or you have your son's betrothed?
I'd give her up.
You'd give her up to save the people. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Why?
Because it's one versus the other.
Okay.
Now, she says she didn't do it, though.
Yeah.
No, I'm not giving her up.
Okay.
No, she said she didn't do it. So no, I'm not giving her up.
Same.
Yeah. Sorry. I forgot about that. She said she didn't do it. So I believe her and yep.
And that's what makes him a good captain because she deserves an investigation.
Yeah. She deserves. Yeah, exactly. And that's what they said they're going to do. They're going to investigate on their own and they'll figure it out.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Great chapter. You ready to move on?
I am. Let's go. Staying Alive in Chapter 5.
Sketchbooks and smooches.
Welcome to Chapter 5, where doodles get thirsty, birds play wingman, and Kai goes in for the kill.
The following morning, we get a description of her living space. Let's just say MTV Cribs isn't visiting anytime soon. Good news is she doesn't have to go far when she has to get up and pee. Maybe we remodel? Interior design's a bust, but hey, it's got a waterfront view from the top of her roof.
Hey, that's nice.
And wait a minute, is she a Disney princess? She's got herself an animal companion, a blackbird.
Aw.
She also has a below roommate. Is that what we're calling it? And her old ass name is Grenadine. And she's already given off some serious Karen energy.
And right on cue, we're back in the sketchbook.
This girl.
Brynn is out here drawing this man's eyes, his neck, his hands, and it's got her more flustered than Christian Grey holding a Home Depot gift card.
Yeah.
If this book ever became a movie, Godspeed to the poor actor cast in this role because the thirst is real. All right. She even hides her drawings inside her drawings so she can sketch him again later in peace. This is evidence. I don't know if this is art. This sounds like evidence.
Right?
All right. Can we de-age Henry Cavill? I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah, I think he would fit this perfectly. He's just a little old now.
A little, yeah, just a little bit younger. All right. Well, luckily her feathered wingman, pun intended, calls at just the right time and snaps her out of her daydream because guess who's at the door? Is it Billy Zabka?
Yeah.
Billy Zabka. Sorry, Kai has arrived.
Yeah, little Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai shows up to drop a little news. Aurora didn't rat.
Oh.
But they're going to release her back in the Gen Pop to see what shakes out. Brynn says she wants to turn herself in because she's just an urchin again. And that finally gets a reaction out of Cobra Kai because he shuts it down. Then, in Kai fashion, he makes it all about himself. Says she'd rather be a prisoner than marry him when she's clearly thinking about the fact that the Alaha people might starve.
That was a interesting switch up there.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
But here's the thing. Marriage was never part of the plan. Brynn wants to be a guard. She wants to be the one who gets to touch land every year.
Touch grass.
But Kai, he's all sunshine and nepotism. Don't worry, everything will work out because of Daddy. And then he pulls out the big guns, lays the best kiss of his life on her.
What?
And apparently it was that good because suddenly Brynn's all, yes, yes, yes.
So she's gonna marry him, huh? So this must have been.
I guess so. I don't. She doesn't have a choice, according to Captain Wren's essential, like, what is that? Ultimatum.
No, she had a choice. She was gonna turn herself in. Then he was like, "Fuck it, kiss." And then she's like, "Oh, so good."
Never mind. I guess I'll stay. The kiss is lovely.
I mean, she was already riled up from drawing the eyes, neck, and hands of the other dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, riled up. All right. So is this gonna be our Tamlin?
Maybe.
You think? Think we're gonna get some jealousy and all kinds of fun stuff out of Cobra Kai here?
Ooh.
So is Sexy Eyes like our Daniel-san from like Karate Kid? She's like our Allie.
Oh, I don't know. Wow, you're just all about this Karate Kid reference right now, huh?
Why would you name him Kai? Where else would you get that?
I don't know.
Think about when this book came out. It just came out, right? The show Cobra Kai is one of the most popular shows in the last 5-6 years. And it's a hugely popular millennial movie, too.
I'm wondering if it's not from Kai Azer, Azer, from Powerless series, to be perfectly honest.
Why would you steal from another person's book?
Just a fun name. I mean, Kai, Kai, Kai. It seems to be a very popular fantasy name.
Yeah, but didn't Powerless also steal from like Red Queen or some shit?
Something like that. Yeah, it seems like everybody's stealing from everybody or something. I don't know. I just need to know who the originals are.
I'm going with Cobra Kai.
Okay, I like it.
Blonde hair like Billy Zabka, like Johnny.
Okay, I like it. He's our Tamlin. I agree.
Yeah. And we all know she really doesn't want to get married because she wants to be a guard and be able to go on land every year. She wants to be one of the chosen.
One of the chosen to touch land.
She wants to touch grass.
All right. Well, let's talk about this tinfoil hat real quick.
Okay.
The bird.
Yes.
Wasn't around when she was gone, but it is back now. Is that suspicious? I find that suspicious because Grenadine Karen specifically mentioned it.
I just don't. I think this bird is like a raven and extremely trained.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be something like a fae popping up or something like that, like a Rowan.
Okay.
I don't think. I mean, we're only 5 chapters in. I don't know too much about this world. We haven't gotten into what kind of creatures are in this world yet.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. It could be something different, but it could just be a very well-trained bird.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe her little pet or something. Or
Yeah.
She's not allowed to have pets. That'll get you put in the brig too.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Aurora. Might be part of a rebellion group.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to put her in Gen Pop to see if they might find some others. That's my guess.
Yeah, to use her as bait, essentially, like, hey, bring us the others in your crew. They're going to be watching her hard.
Now, here's my question. Is she just rebelling against the Kenta, or is she rebelling against Captain Wren as well because they are just completely tired of the agreement? So they're going against their own people. What do you think?
I think she's just going against the Kenta because it's unfair that the Alaha are stuck out there while the others get to enjoy land, essentially.
Yeah. I think there's going to be something else going on. I don't know what it is yet.
I'm really curious as to why they're out there and why they can't come back and what did they do?
I'm hoping King Cobra isn't a bad guy. I hope there's not some shady shit going on, but there's a reason why this rebellion's popping off right now.
Yeah, there is. Totally. All right. Let's talk about your pick.
My pick
chapter.
is, of course, the Blackbird again.
Yeah. Why is that?
He was the wingman that had the saves of all saves. That girl was, let's say balls deep, because she's balls, but she was deep in herself.
Hyper-focused.
If that's what you want to call it. On those eyes, hands, and neck.
Lips. Hidden inside of her other drawings.
I'm telling you, if this becomes a series and it's not animated and they're trying to do live action, whoever the actor is, good fucking luck.
Yeah.
Because you need the eyes, the neck, and the hands. So you need a trifecta for this actor. Just saying. All right, your pick.
Yes. My pick. So I think SJM may have ruined me for all other authors because
now you're diving too deep.
Oh my gosh. Like, I'm like, what's that word mean? What's that word mean? And I don't know that she writes like that. So I'm like, it's not part of the plan. You didn't say not part of my plan. You said part of the plan. What's the plan? And then he agrees the plan doesn't change. Is that about her plan or their plan or the plan?
I think you're reading too deep into it. I think he's just talking about her plan to want to be a guard to touch land.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, okay, sorry.
If anything, and this is why I really don't think she wants to get married, because he is literally telling her, I will still give you everything you want. I just want you to marry me. And she's still kind of questioning it to where he had to give her a big kiss because she still could have went and been a guard because he's going to be the leader. He can literally make that fucking happen.
Yeah.
But I think she wants to earn it herself. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't think she wants to like have it.
She doesn't want it to be
her.
handed to her. She wants, okay.
Yep. And I think that's what she's worried about because the earlier chapter when it said, he's always sticking up for her and it makes things worse. So if they were to get married and then she got the position, it'll be favoritism.
Yeah, she wants to earn it on her own merit and not have anyone question whether or not she earned it on her own. But I mean, at this point, they all think that she's favored anyways because he's always doting on her. Like, everybody knows they're not stupid. That's why her whole class keeps giving her shit.
And I kind of feel bad for Kai right now and her because none of this is their fault. It just so happened that his dad took her in, helped her out, and they became friends. Like, you can't help who your friends are.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but now she's getting screwed because of it. And Kai's getting screwed because of it. Because, like, I don't know. It's a shit situation.
Yeah.
And again, trope call out. This is, again, the Hallmark trope where the rich guy from New York City's asked to marry. She finally says yes, 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 even though she doesn't want to.
It's the urchin, the rich guy, and the poor girl. And Yep.
All right, then quick character call out. If you want to take the second one, I'll take the first one.
Okay.
I will take the Blackbird, who is our Disney companion.
Mm-hmm. And then I've got Grenadine, a.k.a. Karen, who lives under Brynn.
She did smile, though, when she gave her the coin. She gave like a little wry smile. So maybe that's like their little thing. Like, your bird sucks. Here's a coin. Shut up, bitch. Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean,
that's a fun little relationship, I guess.
Hey, your bird sucks. Oh, here's some coins.
Here's some coins. Be quiet down there.
Whatever. It's probably like a little thing. It's funny.
It's like, hey, don't talk about my bird. Don't get me in trouble. Here's a coin for your silence, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope Grenadine's fun. Anyway, ready to turn the page?
I am. Let's go.
Fix your tricks in chapter 6.
Blades, bruises, and bad decisions.
Welcome to chapter 6, where sparring turns into scandal real fast.
All right. It's been a couple weeks since their return, and we're back in the arena with Grumble. Is that what we're calling him now? Grumble? I like it. Remember how he gave them one day off? Yeah. Turns out that one day of laziness equals a whole lot of pain. We're talking attack drills. Losers are running laps. Zero mercy. But on the upside, we get to see who the real badasses are. So that's fun. Pranky Paul decides it's his personal mission to take Brynn down, but she drops him with an inside spin like she's auditioning for So You Think You Can Sword Fight.
Nice.
Then Brynn and Aurora, yes, Aurora, same Aurora, team up silently and take out Lawson like it's nothing. New name. Aurora even tags in with Philippe against Messer, but the two of them together still can't touch Messer. So that boy's stacked with skills.
All right, looks like today's Pain Parade is an exhibition match for Captain Dupree and Kai to see what this group of recruits can do. Lucky them. Captain throws a little praise Dupree's way for his impressive batch, but he wants one more fight. The two best swordsmen. Dupree calls out Messer and Willard. Rules simple. First to submit or separate line loses. That's it. The two go at it hard, fast footwork, solid hits until Willard fumbles his balance and Messer snags the win.
His prize? He gets promoted to class commander. That's not too shabby. Kai steps forward with a brand new shiny sword for Messer, but here's the twist. Messer hesitates. He doesn't want to accept it. Why? Because he didn't fight the best. Plot twist, he declares Brynn is actually the better fighter. She's the only one who has bested him twice. So Kai hands his own sword to Brynn. Oh, we'll circle back on that in a minute. fight. But for now, Brynn and Messer square up.
This wasn't just sparring. It was like watching two players in a boss fight who knew each other's combos. Tight form, no wasted movement, every strike calculated, a dance with blades. Eventually, Messer takes the win and finally accepts the sword from Kai. Brynn goes to return it, but the thing is scorching hot. And then because the dude cannot help himself, Kai uses it to pull her in and kiss her right there in front of God and everybody. Whatever punishment awaits, we'll suffer it together. It'll be worth it.
Wow.
So Messer's a badass.
Yeah, sounds like it. And he's now the new class commander. So that's clearly the big takeaway from this one, right?
Yep.
But we also found out that Brynn can fight fairly well. Do you think it was maybe Messer like taking it easy on her? Or do you think she actually beat him in those two fights? I think he thinks it's legit.
She said that that was the only way she beat him. Like she was again doubting herself because Messer was like, the only one that could beat me is Brynn. She was like, yeah, but we were both blindfolded. So
this common theme of her doubting herself.
I wouldn't say it's a common theme of her doubting her. I wouldn't say doubting. Oh,
second guessing or questioning or
yeah. I guess she is kind of doubting herself. She calls herself an urchin and then this. Yeah.
Kind of self-deprecating, but it has more truth to it than humor kind of seems like.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She's a tough cookie.
Yeah. All right. So the tinfoil hat in this one, I thought was something weird about the metal being scorching hot.
Well, wasn't the wall scorching hot too?
Maybe.
So
I remember that the wall shot pain, but the metal was scorching hot. And she said something about friction or energy or other reasons I'm not smart enough to understand.
Now, is this her first time ever feeling all this stuff? Because I'm pretty sure this can't be the first time she's held a real sword, right?
It can't be. No. Ooh, is it because she touched the wall?
Maybe. Or is this like a coming of age thing? Like once you reach a certain age, like, you know, powers manifest. That usually happens sometimes.
So that happens a lot where they come of age and they come into their powers. Okay, so that makes sense because she's coming into 18 and she's supposed to get married or
yeah, because like didn't Orin and Guild, she didn't get her ribbons until 15.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
All right, and then let's do our picks real quick. So my pick is I'm interested to see Messi as a leader because it'd be exactly like having Riddick in charge.
It sounds exactly like having Riddick in charge. And I feel like they didn't want Riddick in charge because he was so ridiculous. So,
but I wonder if he's so good because his dad's such a hard ass. And that's probably why he's so good. Probably like overtrained him. And, you know, there's dads like that.
Yeah. And you can't mess up. So you have to be the best at it. Yeah. The best leader, too.
Well, I saw a dad like that in Pee-wee. I talked to you about that.
Yeah.
Where there was a 7 or 8 year old kid and I heard him talking to his friends and he said, yeah, my dad said I have to be good at football and softball because my brother is already good at football and basketball. So he said that those were my two sports that I have to be good at. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, the pressure that you're putting on a 7 and 8 year old.
What if they don't even like those sports?
It doesn't matter because they're the type of parents that will just force them no matter what. Like, yes, we were going to have our daughter keep doing cheerleading, but she literally quit 30 minutes into the game.
She quit because it got hot.
Yes. Now, if she wanted to quit after the season was ended and she hated cheerleading, fine. But these parents, they don't care if you hate it. You will do it.
Yeah, no, that's no fun. That's not fun for anyone. Who's enjoying that?
But what's crazy is these kids end up being good because of resentment towards their parents. It's like that's a disgusting cycle.
Also, maybe Messer will end up being a really good leader because he's angry at his father.
Well, it depends. You can go one way. You can be a very good leader and become his father and be an asshole, or be a really good leader and be like, I'm never going to be like that, which is the, what do they call it? Breaking generational trauma. Yeah, breaking the cycle, basically.
Yeah. All right. Well, my pick for this one is that everyone was all up in arms that Kai offered her his personal sword.
Yes, that sounds like a very, very, very big deal to the Alaha.
Mm-hmm. Like guards don't give up. That's their own personal weapon. And he...
But it seems so shocking that I'm wondering if you can't even give it to your spouse because do people know that they're supposed to get married or was it during this kiss is when everyone found out?
I'm pretty sure this is when everybody found out.
Okay, so it was the kiss is when everybody... Okay.
The spicy moment.
Okay, because I could see it being shocked then, but maybe you're allowed to give like your spouse or something of sort, I would imagine, because they're your family at that point now.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like giving them your letter jacket, right?
Yeah. All right, and then you got a spicy moment where he just...
The sword
pulled her in, gave her a kiss. That was nice. They're going to get in trouble, but it was worth it. Remember those words?
Yes, remember. It was worth it. It'll be worth it.
Yes. All right. So you ready to turn the page?
I am. Let's go. Hell or Heaven in Chapter 7.
Daggers, death glares, and deep shit.
Welcome to Chapter 7, where the brig isn't the worst place you can end up, but the eye contact might kill you.
So it was not worth it. Now this cracked me up, but they only spent one night in the brig. So, To me, it was totally worth it. It's just one night.
Yeah, come on.
Now, after their release, the looks from people go from cold avoidance to full-on death glare. Girl just can't win. Now, Messy's got a secret spot he uses for his extracurriculars. He's offering it to Cobra and Brynn for their little rebel rendezvous. Then Kai drops some real unsettling shit that he has heard about to Messy and Brynn. 2 more vessels went missing overnight. That makes 3 gone this year so far. Now, being a fisherman is already dangerous as hell, but this feels like someone's out there taking them. And with that delightful nightmare fuel, everyone heads back their separate ways.
All right. And we're back with Brynn, and we are right back to the porn book. I mean, sketchbook.
Dirty girl.
Listen, these eyes don't just say, fuck me. They say, fuck me in high definition with cinematic lighting and Dolby surround sound.
I might put some porn music behind this as you narrate.
Jeez. But before Brynn can finish her fan fiction doodle session, the horn blows. Danger horn, not sexy horn.
Oh, I was like, wow.
All right, the horn from the watchtower. Everyone's eyes snap to the horizon toward Kenta. And so she parkours her ass down to the main to get a better view. And yep, shit's official because Cobra, King Cobra, and Derpy are all lined up waiting. And then the ship comes into view and there's one guy on board doing his best Dread Pirate Roberts impression.
As the ship gets closer, there's no fucking way it's Broody Eyes.
What?
Every woman reading this book is about to go buy a porn pad, sketch pad, and try to summon their own shadow daddy with some charcoal and wishful thinking.
How do you think I got you?
Exactly. As hot as she finds this whole situation, she might be in deep shit, though. She still has his dagger. And if he came all this way for it, that's got to be some special-ass dagger. And worse, if her people find out that she has it, it won't matter how she got it. They'll think she's a thief.
She's going to be the thief they accused her of being.
Exactly.
Well, the dagger, it's basically a spotlight. The thing is practically screaming, hey, she's right over here. Because Broody Eyes locks it on her hiding spot like he's got a GPS coordinates to her soul. Cobra Kai is not a fan. He sucker punches Broody Eyes like Daniel San was eyeing Allie at the high school dance. Broody Eyes, though, he looks like he enjoyed it as they shackle him and drag him off. And then, cherry on top, Brynn goes to bed and dreams about him some more.
So, it must have been one hell of a fucking dagger for him to sail his ass Dread Pirate Robert style by himself.
Right? Well, it sounds like he was on a small boat off of a bigger ship, right?
So why do I keep picturing Jack Sparrow at the very beginning?
Yeah, no, totally. Yes. Same.
Was she thinking this too?
I don't know. That'd be
I
great.
got to ask her this
We
question.
should ask
Were
her.
you thinking either Dread Pirate Roberts or were you mixing the two? Because that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, tinfoil hat.
Yes.
Is the dagger a homing beacon? Because you said, so it says in the book that she felt it, right?
Yes, it says, and I quote, I swear I can feel it hum against my waist, as if it's reacting to its owner being so near. And as if hearing its call, the Kenta soldier's head snaps up, and that's when his eyes were like locked in on hers. So it sounds like it's a homing beacon for him.
Okay, so here's my guess.
Are you tinfoil hatting me?
Well, this is the tinfoil hat section already.
Sorry.
So
Yes.
my guess is this, that he already has this metal slinger magic stuff and he knows how to use it, which is why he's able to follow his dagger. But he's shocked because he was like, oh shit, what happened when she touched the wall? So that's why he's kind of giving her a little smirk like,
I know something about you.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just my guess on that one.
Okay.
That he already knows the power and he's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
What else?
because all we know is that it's elemental magic of some sort.
Yeah, and we know nothing about magic in this world. We don't know if it's allowed, if it's disavowed. We have no idea yet.
Yeah. The only thing that's been said yet about power is when Broody Eyes told Kai he had no power there.
Yeah, but
whatever that meant.
But like you said, that's probably just because he's daddy's
boy.
Yeah.
Like you're nobody here on this side. You're Captain Wren's son over there. You mean something over there.
All right. So another thing we're going to need is Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Who is taking the Fisher people?
Or what? Yeah, because we talked about a giant squid.
We did
right?
talk giant squids.
Yep.
50,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Got it. Now, her parents supposedly died from giant squids, right?
Yeah.
What if whoever's taking them is putting out lies that these giant squids are taking people? That way they can get away with it. And then people are just going to be like, oh, it's just giant squids.
Okay. You don't think people are trying to leave Alaha and are just kind of sailing away or anything?
No. Because
you think they're actually being taken?
Well, they're not allowed on land, so Where would they go?
Yeah.
Make it anywhere?
Well, maybe they made truces with people when they went to market or something. Like maybe everybody's trying to escape the tree.
I have a feeling that nobody likes the Alaha at all.
What
the
did
way
the
that Kenta
Alaha
treated
do?
them. Yeah.
Man,
It's almost like what did Lorcan do? What did Alaha do?
Well, hopefully we find out, because as far as I know, we don't find out what Lorcan did.
All right, time for our picks.
Yes, your pick. What is it? Oh, geez.
I mean, the girl was making her own porn, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was getting hot and heavy, and guaranteed if she got more of a look at him, we'd be seeing more being drawn. And she's obsessed.
She'd be hiding it in more of her drawings. Here's this body part. Here's this body part over here.
You saw how obsessed she was with just the stupid dagger.
And that's not even part of him.
Well,
that was just the dagger.
I mean, it is kind of now that it's starting to buzz.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's part of him.
Dude, it's like a vibrator. She's probably going to be excited every time it comes around. She's like, ooh, this dagger. What? That's probably why he was smirking.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, yeah.
It's a hum. I don't think it was vibrating. It did not say vibrating. It said hum.
What's that sex toy called where it's remote control and the girl wears it and we can control it? We have one.
There's several of those.
But you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what it's like.
Yeah.
He's probably like turning on the magic. He's like, watch this. She's like, and he's like, ha. That's why he's smirking at her.
I don't think that that's this book, but I am sure that exists.
Man.
Roll 34.
Hey,
yes?
Why not?
I believe you.
All right, so what's yours?
All right, my pick is the eye contact and the smirk.
Of course.
Yes.
I mean, we already know about the neck, the hands, but she didn't mention his mouth, though. Does he not have a nice mouth other than the smirk?
Yes. No, it said that it sounded, remember, his mouth looked like he would say like just deliciously evil things or naughty things, something like that.
God forbid the actor that is fucked with this. You better make this a animated series to like save whatever actor this is. Seriously.
Oh my gosh. So yes, he smiled at her like he finds this amusing, like he finds her amusing.
Yeah.
So
nice.
All right.
And then we did get a spicy moment that we kind of made up ourselves. So Brynn making her own porn and summoning him like a genie.
I mean,
that's funny. Now, again, if I was Rachel Schneider, Miss Rachel Schneider, if you are by chance listening to this, we love your book so far, but this is just something I would have added. I would have done like a little joke and would have been like looking down at my sketch pad and looking up and like, did that actually work? You know, just as a joke, like in her head.
Well, maybe she does in the next chapter.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we're not in chapter 8 yet.
Yeah, we're only at chapter 7. Maybe she confesses to, whoops, I accidentally.
Or maybe it just is a little talk in her head. She's like, I can't believe I conjured it.
I can't believe I did this. Look at what I did.
Now she's definitely questioning that marriage to Kai.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
all right,
great start.
Yes,
to Metal Slinger. I'm so excited. This does feel like it is going to be a slow burn, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with slow burns, but as long as we're prepared for the slow burn.
Yes.
Because this is a brand new series, brand new book. We know nothing about this. There's not going to be an Assassin's Whisper because that is specifically for Throne of Glass. So we do not have a recap for this episode yet.
We're going to recap segment.
Yes. As we learn more about this world, we will come up with one, hopefully for next episode.
Yeah.
We are going to do He Said, She Said for this episode. And again, as we learn more about this book, we are going to try to find maybe a new game. If not, we might keep He Said, She Said if we like it.
Yeah. Let us know if you guys come up with a game idea or something that you want to see us try out. We'd be more than happy to try that. That sounds like fun.
Yes. And lastly, because everyone is on the same page as us when it comes to this series, if you know answers or have questions yourself that we might have missed, drop all your questions in any of our socials. We also have Storygraph. Don't forget to get linked up in Storygraph Discord. You can also email us at bookfor2podcast@gmail.com.
Lots of ways to get in touch with us. We respond to comments. Oh, we can post a TikTok about it where we can have like conversation about chapters 1 through 7. So there'll be so many.
There'll be a spoiler. I'll make sure there's a spoiler warning on there for people.
Yes, for sure. Oh my gosh, this could be so much fun. Come hang out with us, chat about the book. Let's put our tinfoil hats on together.
Are you ready to turn the page?
I am. Let's go.
Welcome back to He Said, She Said. This is our first for Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. We might change this game up next week. We will see if we can find a different game as we learn more about this book. However, we do enjoy He Said, She Said.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, pretty easy, as I fail at it miserably for the last 8 months.
But also, this might be more fun for our listeners because a lot of them had already read the Throne of Glass series 2-3 times, so they already know the quote. So it's very easy for them. So now this might be a little bit harder since they got to pay attention a little bit more since it's their first time reading just like ours.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Well, that makes... Oh, man.
What?
I think my first one's too hard.
And here we go. Week 1, we're already off.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
like, why? Why am I this way?
Hit us
Maybe.
Hit
All
us
right.
with it. Hit us with it.
Thief.
Broody eyes to Brynn.
Yay!
Yay! That wasn't hard.
Okay, I was just making sure. All right, what's your easy?
Then you should be grateful I never used my wiles on you.
Ooh, then you should be grateful I never used my wiles on you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that sounds like something Messer would say because he's the suave dude.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that's Messer to Brynn.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to have a lot of fun with Messy.
Yes, you are.
Hit me with your medium.
All right, medium. Where's Aurora?
Where's Aurora?
That's probably a hard one, actually.
No, you're good. I'm going to go with one of the three.
Mm-hmm. You just have to guess which one.
So that's still a medium because it narrows down to 3.
Okay. All right, good.
Where is Aurora? That sounds like Kai to Messer.
Yes.
Oh, that was
Yeah. Kai to Messer and Brynn. I think he said it to both of them because they were all 3 together.
Well, at first I was going to say Brynn, but then I remember she saw Aurora and that's when she gave up his hiding spot and they had like that little talk about Aurora. So I remember that part. So it wasn't that because I was like, yeah.
This was when they were at the market.
Yeah.
Running away. Yeah. All right. What's your medium?
Ready?
Yes.
Don't let her off this dock.
Don't let her off this dock. Okay. That is broody eyes, dark eyes, whatever we're calling him, saucy lips to all of the guards on the dock, to the Kenta guards, I should say.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
We'll give that to you, obviously.
All right. Well,
Give me your hard one.
all right. My hard one. That won't work on me.
That won't work on me.
That won't work on me.
I swear I've seen that quote. Give me a second. I want to say...
What might not work on?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm going to say... God damn it. Hi to Broody Eyes?
No, the other way around.
Oh, Broody Eyes to Kai.
Yeah, broody eyes to Kai.
Okay.
That was with the power comment.
Yeah, I knew it was, but I thought
Yeah.
for some reason it was the opposite after he had said that, and then Kai said it something.
That won't work on me. He says, you have no power here.
Yeah.
All right. What's
Ready?
your hard one? Yes.
Drago and his son.
What?
That's the quote.
That's the quote?
It's a hard one. It's supposed to be hard. Drago and his son. It really is in the book.
Drago and that's a quote?
That's a quote. You'll remember it as soon as I tell you where it's from. You're going to be like, oh, damn it.
Drago and his son?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even, who the hell is Drago?
You tell me.
Drago, son? I don't.
I mean, there's only a few characters. Just make an educated guess.
All right. Who said it? Drago and his son. Captain Ren to Kai.
And
Ah.
this was a hard one.
It
It is Kai to Brynn and Messy when they're talking about the missing fisherman because Drago and his son was one of the missing vessels. Or the latest missing vessel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
That
he
was
says,
good.
he says Drago and his son. Yeah.
That was good.
All right, bonus.
My bonus I've already said accidentally.
Oh,
Yeah.
you ready for mine then?
Yes.
There's no way you missed me in that short amount of time.
There's no way you missed me in that short amount.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey,
You got it.
there's
You got
no
it.
way, there's no way you missed. That's Brynn to her bird.
There
the
you
bird,
go.
Bird,
To
the blackbird.
Yeah.
Yay!
I was going to try to fit the old lady in here, but her quotes were too easy. I could have done for the easy one, but I wanted Messy for easy. So
Oh.
hopefully she'll speak more in the next couple chapters and we'll use her.
Yeah, I like it. Well, mine was don't. That was my bonus. Don't. Don't.
So,
Do you remember what that one was?
don't.
Mhm.
Was
Don't.
it Brynn to Kai?
No, that was Dark Eyes to Brynn. Right before, like it was all at the same time. I was like, oh man, all of these are
You're
right
going to be
here in the
obsessed
same.
with Dark Eyes, aren't you?
Well, until I find out what the hell his name is.
Yeah. Till then, he's Broody Eyes.
Yeah. We didn't even know Brynn's name
Oh, we
until
do
what?
know his name. We named him Jareth.
Oh, yeah,
He's
Jareth.
Jareth.
I forgot Jareth. Jareth.
He is now Jareth.
All right, Jareth. Jareth to
Until
Brynn.
we know his name or whatever that J is on the dagger, he is Jareth at
All
this
right,
point.
Jareth. All right.
Okay, so like I said, we are not going to have a recap this week. We're going to go straight into our outro. So thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next week for chapters 8 through 15.
Woohoo. 8 through 15. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Booked for Two.
Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review to help other book lovers find the show.
Follow us on socials at Booked for Two Podcast for behind-the-scenes content, updates, and sneak peeks. We'll also post next week's chapters every Sunday, so you can read along.
Join us for our live Q&A. We are back to Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central on TikTok. We'll answer your burning questions, react to your theories, and occasionally overshare our book-related emotional damage.
Want even more chaos? Join our Discord. The link's in our bio. Come hang out, chat books, and get early access to exclusive content.
Finally, don't forget to grab your merch at bookfor2.com.
Until next time, keep turning the page.